Hello and welcome to Salt and Sway. In this video, we'll be detailing how to set up the Catch-a-kid net on our pool. We keep the Catch-a-kid in this storage container on the outside. Catch-a-kid's a great safety device made for pools to prevent children from falling in. The net is rated for up to 485 pounds, which should more than handle most children and adults. We don't recommend just jumping on it though. So as you can see here, the net has a rolling mechanism made of PVC, and that hooks into a lock in the ground. Ideally, you want to find the start hook, which is labeled with a start. We'll see later in the video. I like to let out some of the net first to make it easier to pull around to the side. Now this start hook always starts directly across from where the reel goes, right by the steps to enter the pool. This again will be the first hook that goes in when setting up the Catch-a-kid net. After this initial hook goes in and sets in the ground here, you then go around and set each of the hooks. This can be done by one or two people. You can each go an opposite direction from this. This video is showing how I did this as a one-person setup. Speed it up a little bit here as I go around setting each of the hooks into their respective anchor points. It's important to note that you do want objects out of the pool when setting up the Catch-a-kid. Once you've finished setting up all the hooks, go around again and make sure none have come undone during this setup process. It can be useful to set those and push them with your foot to ensure they're properly locked in. After all the hooks are in, we like to take our ratchet. This usually is stored inside the house by the pool door. You're going to pull your anchor and hook this ratchet hook into the loop. You can then set the ratchet into the second anchor point, as you can see here, and loosen to allow some slack. Try not to lose the handle into the water. Well, it's easy to reach. Then you will want to pull the other end will anchor in to the anchor faces toward the middle. Sometimes it can take a little bit of force, as you can see here. And you may need to release a little more slack. This was our third take. I wasn't going to do it again. I can still reach the handle. That's really the most important part. So pull, use the big muscles. You really don't need big muscles. And anchor this point in. We'll go back to the ratchet here. Ensure that the ratchet is facing up and there's no crossover in your rope. And then you'll pull back to put tension on the eye in the center of the Katch-a-kid. This is what keeps people from falling all the way into the water. The goal is to put enough tension to get your anchor hook into the anchor point. So if you find you need more, go back and pull more until you get close enough. Once you're able to anchor that point into the closer point, you're able to release the ratchet. We were taught to take the handle and using the ball of your hand at the base of the thumb, push down firmly, which releases that tension. Sometimes it may take 1 to 2 times. This allows you to unhook from the loop and from the anchor point. We recommend putting the ropes onto the net to avoid any tripping hazards. And there you are. Katch-a-kid is set. Now to remove the Katch-a-kid net if set up, it's a very similar process. First, hook into the loop on the anchor point, and the ratchet goes into its own anchor point. Again, ensure that there's no crossover of your straps of your rope. And if so, it's easy enough to put the handle under and pull through, thus untwisting. Always have the ratchet facing up and try not to get it wet. You'll then want to lean back and pull. Doesn't take too much force to pull some of the tension off your primary anchor point. When it's loose enough, you can unclip. Again, you'll then want to release the tension with the ratchet by pushing it down with the handle using the ball of your thumb. The tension releases. You can see there it took me 2 times. You can release the ratchet from its anchor point. And go to the other side, ensuring the ratchet doesn't fall into the water. Unhook your other anchor point and remove the ratchet and put it away. You'll then want to release the tension on the eye of the Katch-a-kid. Helpful is grabbing at 2 points and just leaning back which opens up that eye. This takes the tension off of all of the anchor points around the pool, then able to release. Occasionally those anchors can still be a little tight. You can see where I just lean back, light pull on the net. You can go either direction. What's helpful at this point though, take your roller, make sure it's locked in, and have the roller point hooked into the net where those labels are. Make sure that it doesn't take too far away from you when rolling it back up. I think important here is to show how the anchors come out. They just slide back away from the pool. Not easily, just like that. Again, ensure all anchors are out. Then we go back over to the roller. The roller has its own anchor point, but occasionally it can be helpful to push with your foot to make sure you have proper tension. Notice the net is going through the square of the roller. This helps ensure it stays on the roller bar. As you can see shortly, I recommend not doing this with loose clothing as it will catch your not it'll be fine, just be careful. You roll it up again, making sure it stays on the roller. Everything together. We can then pull the roller back a little and unhook from that anchor point. The Katch-a-kid light easily back into the storage shed here by the pool. Simple enough to do with just one person. We hope you enjoy Salt and Sway, enjoy our pool, stay safe. We store the ratchet strap here by the pool back door. Thank you for your time.